Hello everyone, I hope you all are fine. So today our topic is DNA replication. So today you should know first what is meant by replication of DNA. Okay, so this is our today's topic, DNA replication. So first we should know what is meant by replication of DNA. So here you can see clearly DNA replication can be defined as formation of new DNA molecule from the parent DNA which are exactly similar to it. That means production of new DNA molecule from old DNA molecule, and this must be exactly similar to the parent DNA molecule. Okay, then this process is known as the replication of DNA. So simply you can say that formation of new DNA molecule from parent DNA molecule which are exactly similar to it is known as DNA replication. So DNA replication is an autocatalytic character of DNA. What does it mean? That means the DNA molecule can produce its own replica by itself. Okay, and that character of DNA is called as the autocatalytic character of DNA. Okay, so DNA can produce its own replica, and that is why this character of DNA is called the autocatalytic character of DNA. So now let's move to the next point. So as we know that the Watson and Crick proposed the double helical model of DNA, as well as they suggested a simple mechanism of DNA replication that is known as semi-conservative mode of DNA replication. Very important point, guys, remember, very important point. The replication of DNA is called a semi-conservative mode of DNA replication, and this semi-conservative mode of DNA replication was suggested by the great Watson and Crick, who proposed the double helical model of DNA. Okay, so now let's move to our next slide, that is models of DNA replication. So you all know the production of new DNA molecule from the old DNA molecule is called as the DNA replication. Okay, and always remember, from the old DNA molecule always two new DNA molecules are formed. Okay, from the old or parent DNA molecule always two new DNA molecules are formed, and there are three models are suggested for DNA replication. Okay, so there were three models of DNA replication were suggested, and these models are conservative model of DNA replication, semi-conservative model of DNA replication, and dispersive model of DNA replication. Okay guys, so these three models were suggested for DNA replication, but remember, but among these three models of DNA replication, only the semi-conservative mode of DNA replication, the second number point, only the semi-conservative mode of DNA replication is acceptable. Okay, only this second point was accepted by the people. Okay, so what is semi-conservative mode of DNA replication, and what are the differences among these three? Okay, so now let's move to our next slide to know about these three types of model, three different models. Okay, so you know that from one DNA molecule which is called the parent DNA, so you can see in this picture that this one, the upper one, this one is the parent DNA. Okay guys, this one is the parent DNA. Okay, and you know, from the parent DNA always two new DNA molecules are formed. Okay, so these three are the models of DNA replication. Okay, so these three are the models of DNA replication. So number one, you can see the number one is the conservative mode of DNA replication. What does it mean? What is conservative? Conservative means when from one DNA molecule two new DNA molecules are formed, then always the parent DNA molecule remains separated from the newly formed DNA molecule. Okay guys, here you can see these two are newly formed DNA which are formed from this parent DNA. Okay, I have told you that from one DNA molecule two new DNA molecules are formed, and these two are newly formed DNA molecule. And you can see clearly in this picture that in conservative mode of DNA replication, one DNA molecule always remains same like the parent DNA, and one DNA molecule become different. Okay guys, so one newly formed DNA molecule always remains same. That means it always remain intact. This is the parent DNA. Okay, so one, the red colored is newly synthesized DNA molecule. That means during the formation of new DNA molecule, the parent DNAs do not separate from each other to form the new DNA molecule. Okay, instead they remain same. They remain close together during the production of new DNA molecule, and that is why when two new DNA molecules are formed, then always one remain unchanged. That means this blue is the parent one, okay, and the red one is the newly formed DNA molecule. That means always in the conservative mode of DNA replication, the parent DNA never separate from each other. Okay, and always the new or raw materials, that means the nucleotides, produce the new DNA molecule which never mix up with the parent DNA strand. Okay, and that is why this conservative mode of DNA replication was not accepted. Okay, that is not possible actually. That is why this type of mode of replication was not accepted. So now see in the number 2. Here this is called the semi-conservative mode of DNA replication. Can you see the difference between the number 1 and number 2? Yes, in the color. Yes, in the number 1, one DNA molecule is completely blue and one DNA molecule is completely red in color. That means the blue color is the parent DNA which never mix up or share its strand with the newly formed DNA during the formation of the DNA molecule. Okay, but in the second case, in the semi-conservative mode of DNA replication, here you can see this is the parent DNA from which these two new DNA molecules are formed. Okay, from this parent DNA, these two new DNA molecules are formed, and you can see clearly in this picture that both new DNA molecules contain one blue strand, yes, one blue strand and one red strand. Yes, both the newly formed DNA molecule contain one blue strand and one red strand. In both DNA, one blue strand and one red strand. So always remember here the blue one is from the parent DNA and red one is the newly produced DNA. Okay, the blue one is the strand from the old and parent DNA, and the red one is newly formed DNA strand. That means in semi-conservative mode of DNA replication, both newly produced DNA contains one parent DNA strand, which one is the blue one, and one newly produced DNA strand, which one is the red colored. Okay, so this model of DNA replication is only acceptable model of DNA replication, okay, which was suggested by Watson and Crick. Okay, now let's move to the third number. Now see in the third number, which one is called as the dispersive. So in dispersive mode of DNA replication, again this is the parent DNA. Okay, again this is the parent DNA, but you can see clearly in these two newly formed DNA strand, all, that means both strand in this newly formed DNA molecule, both strand contain the fraction of blue and red colored DNA. Yes, not completely one strand is blue, not completely one strand is red, but both strands contain half blue and red colored. That means all the gene, that means the parent strand and new strands are present fraction wise. They mix up. Okay, in both strand in newly formed DNA molecules. Just take one DNA molecule. Okay, just take one DNA molecule. Suppose in this DNA molecule both strand contain both blue and red color. That means the blue and red color, both new and old DNA strand mix up. Okay, in both DNA molecule the parent DNA and new DNA strands mix up, and this is called as the dispersive. Again, this dispersive mode of DNA replication is not acceptable. This is not possible. That means in the new generation this type of models are not possible. Okay, only the semi-conservative mode of DNA replication is possible for DNA replication process. Okay, so conservative, dispersive and semi-conservative. Remember the conservative mode of DNA replication. In conservative mode of DNA replication, the parent DNA, the blue one is the parent DNA, remain unchanged. That means it never share its strand with the newly synthesized DNA strand or molecule. The red one is the newly produced DNA and the blue one is the parent DNA. Okay, that is why this is not acceptable. Now come to the second one, which is called as the semi-conservative. In semi-conservative mode of DNA replication, you can see clearly in the newly produced DNA molecule one strand is blue, one strand is red. That means the blue is from the parent DNA strand, because the parent DNA has two strand. Yes, the parent DNA has two strand, so both the new DNA molecule contain one blue strand from the parent and the red colored are the newly synthesized DNA strand, and this only mode of DNA replication is acceptable. Okay, now see the third one. Now third one, see, this is not acceptable, acceptable, again this is not acceptable. Why? Because in dispersive mode of DNA replication the new DNA molecules share both strand. Okay, not separate blue and red strand, but both blue and red strands have both parent and new DNA strand, the fraction of parent and new DNA. Okay, that is why again this is not acceptable. So now let's move to our next slide, that is the semi-conservative mode of DNA replication. So now here you can see, according to semi-conservative mode of DNA replication, the two polynucleotide strands of DNA separate from each other for a short stretch at a time. Okay, with the breakage of hydrogen bonds between the nitrogenous base pair with the help of helicase enzyme. Remember, when the DNA replication process begins, then before that the hydrogen bonds present between the two strands break down. Okay, before replication process the hydrogen bonds are found between the nitrogen bases. Okay, the hydrogen bonds first break down in presence of the enzyme called helicase enzyme. Very important name. Remember, the helicase enzyme breaks down the hydrogen bond present in between the nitrogen base pair. Okay, so when the hydrogen bonds break down between the nitrogen base pair of the two strands of DNA, then at that point the two strands of DNA separate from each other. Not whole DNA molecules separate from each other, only for a short stretch. Okay, only for a short stretch. When the hydrogen bonds breaks down because of helicase enzyme, only then the DNA strands separate from each other. So this is very important. If the two strands of DNA molecule suppose do not separate from each other, then the production of new DNA strand will not be possible. Okay, now let's move to the next point. After separation of two strands, now both strand will serve as template strand. Remember the name template, both strand. Now after separation, the strands of DNA molecule serve as template for the formation of new DNA strand or new polynucleotide strand. Okay, I will show you in the diagram later. Okay, so now after that, the enzyme called DNA polymerase, remember the enzyme called DNA polymerase add or polymerize the deoxyribonucleotide triphosphate. Deoxyribonucleotide triphosphate means D-ATP, D-GTP, D-TTP, D-CTP. That means deoxyadenosine triphosphate, deoxyguanosine triphosphate, deoxythymidine triphosphate, deoxycytidine triphosphate. Always remember, in the newly produced DNA strand, all the nitrogenous bases are added in the form of triphosphate, where TP means triphosphate. Remember, the TP means triphosphate. Okay. So now the DNA polymerase enzyme add the deoxyadenosine triphosphate, deoxyguanosine triphosphate, deoxythymidine triphosphate, and deoxycytidine triphosphate in a long chain. Okay, now let's move to the next one. Now the DNA strand, the newly formed DNA strand is antiparallel. As you know, the character of the features of the DNA molecule, that is the antiparallel and the base complementary. Yes, that means both strands of DNA are antiparallel. That means if one strand proceeds from 5 to 3, okay, 5 to 3, then the opposite strand will proceed from 3 prime to 5 prime. This is called antiparallel. Base complementary means if one strand contain a adenine, then the opposite strand will contain the thymine. This is called base complementary. Okay, so now the newly produced DNA strand will be antiparallel and base complementary, will be antiparallel and base complementary. Okay, after that, after the formation of the new strand in the old strand, then these two strands wind to each other. Again, they twist and form the helical structure. Okay, this way the new two DNA molecules are formed from the old strand. That means how? First, the old strands, there are two strands in DNA molecule. The two strands first separate from each other. After that, in these two separated DNA strand, two new DNA strands are formed with the help of the DNA polymerase enzyme. After that, these two new strands twist. Okay, the two new strand wins the old DNA strand and form two new DNA molecule. So now here see, thus the old DNA helix is replaced by two new or daughter DNA helix. Okay, is consisting of pre-existing template DNA strand and newly formed daughter DNA strand. That means in the newly formed DNA molecule, one strand is the parent DNA strand and one strand will be the new DNA strand. Okay, so look at this diagram. See, here you can see this blue colored DNA molecule is the parent DNA. Okay, now when the hydrogen bonds present between the base pair break down, then these two parent strands separate from each other. Okay, when these two parent strands, both parent strands separate from each other, then these two new red colored strands are formed. Okay, when these two parent strands separate from each other because of the breakdown of hydrogen bond present between these two strands, then these two new red colored strands are formed, which are called the daughter strand. Okay, so now after formation of these two daughter strand, they wind or twist along with the parent DNA strand and form two new DNA molecule. This way it will form two new DNA molecule. Okay, so first the DNA molecule separate from each other, the two strands of DNA separate from each other. Okay, after that two new strands are formed in this old DNA strand and form two new DNA molecule, and both are similar. Yes, now these two are called as the daughter DNA molecule. Okay, now these two are called as the daughter DNA molecule. So this is called as the semi-conservative mode of DNA replication. That means semi means half. Conservative means half parent. In the newly formed DNA molecule, the half strand is the parent strand and the half strand is the new strand, which is called semi-conservative. Okay, always remember in the newly formed DNA molecule. Okay, always. Okay, we have another image or diagram. So you can see here. So this one here, see this one, the blue color is the parent DNA. Both are same. Okay, both diagram are same. So here the blue strand represent the old strand. Okay, after separation the blue strand represents the old strand and this pink color or red color strands represents the new strand. Okay, these two are called as the daughter DNA molecule or newly produced DNA molecule. So in these two newly produced DNA molecule, the one strand, the blue strand is the old strand and the pink colored strand is the new strand in both DNA. The pink one is the new strand, the blue one is the old strand. That means in semi-conservative mode of DNA replication, the newly produced DNA molecule consists of one old strand, one new strand. Okay, this is called semi-conservative mode of DNA replication. So this is all for today, guys. So this is about the semi-conservative mode of DNA replication by Watson and Crick. Remember, there are three models which were suggested and only one is acceptable. Okay, only one is acceptable. Here see, one is the conservative which is not acceptable, one is semi-conservative acceptable, and one is dispersive not acceptable. Only semi-conservative is acceptable because when the two new DNA molecules are produced from the old or parent DNA, then these two new DNA molecule contains one old strand, one new strand. This is called semi-conservative. And remember, DNA replication occurs in the S phase of cell cycle. Remember S phase, synthetic phase of cell cycle. When the cell division occur, along with the cell division, the DNA division also occurs. Okay, and DNA replication or synthesis of DNA occurs in the S phase or synthetic phase of cell cycle. Okay guys, so this is all for today. Take care and thank you.